Well, howdy, race fans, and welcome to another edition of Before the Green Flag on GMSRacing.net. As always, I'm Justin Waffen, joined by Joey Coulter and Josh Weinrich. And this weekend, Texas Motor Speedway on the docket. So for this Wild West track, guys, what is all the things you're looking for?
Wild is right. You nailed it.
God, I hope it's not as wild as that intro just was. I mean, Texas is a crazy racetrack. That's what makes it so much fun. I mean, it's a lot of people. It drives me nuts when I hear it. But everybody's like, "Oh, it's the same thing as Charlotte." Blah blah blah. That track is its own animal.
Not even close.
Yeah, it
Nowhere.
is so fast, and it shouldn't be that fast. The fact that it is as fast as it is scary because it doesn't have the grip anywhere close to the grip it used to have.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the shape of it, the banking, the size, just lets you haul all the mail you want. And it's a fantastic truck race. I think it's consistently one of the best truck races all year, for sure.
Yeah, going to Texas, I always call it big boy racing because, I mean, you got to put your big boy britches on. This place is not for the faint of heart.
Mm-hmm.
You can attest to that.
Yeah.
It's unique in the fact that, you know, this and Martinsville are the only two places that we go twice each year. So it's one of my favorite mile and a halves, maybe my favorite, I don't know. But it's cool because the pavement's so worn out, and there's so many different curiosities about this place because there's tunnels on both ends, and there's huge bumps and everything, and the track, the front straightaway is kind of narrow, and I mean you can get yourself into trouble. There's plenty of opportunities. There's a lot of really good opportunities to have stuff go wrong at Texas, and that it always makes for a really wild race. What's a little bit different, it always seems in the fall, is there's guys with different agendas. You got, the top three guys in points that are points racing.
Mm-hmm.
They can say they're going for wins and all that, but with 3 races to go, they're points racing. And that can, when you have guys that can approach a race in a little bit different measured form, it can open the door for us to have a really big opportunity this weekend. So it's a long race too. So I'm really looking forward to it Friday night. It should be good.
And earlier this week, we were able to catch up with Jeff Stankiewicz and get his outlook of what's it like heading back to Texas for a second time, and also kind of what the team's outlook is, trying to kind of build for the rest of the season, but also look ahead to 2016.
Biggest thing about Texas is even though we go there twice a year, it's a really difficult racetrack to practice in the day and race at night, which we do both times. And in the spring race there, I felt like we were pretty fast in practice. Trucks had good speed, and we were a little loose in the sun and daylight where the track doesn't have a lot of grip during the day, and kind of over-adjusted for it at night because the track tends to get freer at night, and we actually stayed on the tight side. So just being able to go do that in the spring and learn from our mistakes on that one and kind of having a better idea where our balance needs to be at the end of the day. It's always difficult to practice in the day and race at night, especially at a place like that. It sits out there in the heat all day or heat all summer and just wears the track down and loses a lot of grip. I feel like right now we're just kind of work on what we've been working on all year, trying to get some good baseline setups and finish off the year strong. I really don't like to go into the last couple of races trying new things because if you're only as good as your last race, and you don't want to finish off the year on a bad note. So you do want to develop for the following year, but you just never know what rule changes are going to come out in the off season. So you just try and stick with your basics and trying to finish out the year as strong as you can.
And now, heading into this race weekend, what are the big things you're looking forward to, kind of more off the track and also just in general about heading back to Texas?
Holiday barbecue.
Yeah, for sure.
Easily.
For sure.
That is the culinary bright spot.
And it's so close to the track, which is even better.
Right.
Because you can almost go there the whole time we're there.
Yeah, you can go there between practices.
Get a golf cart, just ride right out.
Yeah, absolutely.
We need to get on that.
I'd walk if I had to. But as far as the track goes, I mean, as a driver, Texas is so tricky because you can run wide open for 20 or 30 laps, like a whole fuel run pretty much, but your speed isn't going to be there. It's one of those places, it's really odd that it happens, that it seems like it only really happens with the trucks. But you get to a point where your tires are worn out, the track gets hot, you have to start lifting, but it doesn't feel like you have to. You just do, and all of a sudden your lap times get faster. It's really strange, but that's what makes Texas racing so good. You can run all over that racetrack, top, bottom, middle, doesn't matter. It's all worn out now, and that's what makes the truck races there so exciting.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about the fall weekend in particular, these last 2-3 trips, but there are some there's some mad race car drivers.
There are
after these
Christmas
races.
cards not being sent after
Yeah,
this race.
There's some hurt feelings. There's some massively bruised egos. We saw it in the Cup race last fall. We saw it in the truck race last fall. I think there might have been a fight in an Xfinity race in the last couple times there. I don't know what it is. If it's guys are all bent out of shape about the season coming to an end, or what, or people are cashing in favors, paybacks and things like that. But one other thing, we only have 3 races left, man, and I don't know where the season's gone, and it'll be nice to have some time off for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and all that. But man, you're gonna be missing racing.
Yeah, definitely.
So man, turn on Fox Sports 1 Friday night. Enjoy the heck out of these last 3 races, because I mean we all will. So I mean we're gonna be missing this stuff real soon.
Definitely. The race will be Friday, November 6th, 8:30 on Fox Sports 1. Be sure to check that out, and also be sure to follow us on GMS Racing LLC on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all the good stuff. And as always, be sure to follow us also on gmsracing.net to follow along with all the pre-race, post-race, and everything in between. And from all of us here before the Green Flag, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.